What's going on, you guys? I finally had some time this weekend to be able to sit down and record a video for you on the basics of Forex. So now if you're watching this, I assume that you've had some kind of curiosity or some kind of interest in trading in Forex and everything that I've been posting about. So this is what this video is for. If that's the case, make sure that you do watch this without any distractions. You really soak up the information I tell you, and you think about if this makes sense. I've been trading for about 5 to 6 months now, and I'm just now starting to see my hard work pay off. So really think about why you're interested in this. Is it because you need more time on your hands? You want to spend more time with your family? Are you looking for an additional stream of income? Or maybe you're tired of your job and you're looking for something to replace that. Whatever the reason may be, know that you can achieve exactly that. At the end of the day, it's up to you to make this decision. Chances are you're watching this video because you feel like you need some kind of change in your life. So whatever it is that you decide to do it with intent. Because if it's one thing that we can't get back, it's time. So ask yourself if you're using your time in this life wisely. I hope I can provide you guys with some value. Any questions that you have, of course, reach out to me, and I'll see you guys on the next side.
Welcome to the IML Academy. In this video, we're going to discuss what is Forex. Forex, or FX, is short for foreign exchange. It is the place where you can exchange currencies from all around the world. Many countries are backed by their own banks, thus creating their own economy and currency. When traveling to these other countries, you can participate in the foreign exchange market manually by exchanging your local currency for theirs. As the decades passed and the discovery of the internet came along, Forex found its way online, where traders from all around the world began to trade currencies digitally to turn over profits from the comfort of their home. The foreign exchange market is the largest and most liquid market in the entire world, trading over $5 trillion a day, far trumping the New York Stock Exchange at $22 billion a day, the Tokyo Stock Exchange at $18 billion a day, and the London Stock Exchange at $7 billion a day combined. To put quite simply, the FX market is where all the money in the world is being exchanged in real time through currencies. And this market attracts many investor mindset individuals who see the opportunity to create a career through trading within the exchange. The FX market is open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, meaning you get the ability to trade and make money 24/5 with no limits. The market opens Sunday, 6 a.m. Sydney time, and ends Friday, 5 p.m. New York time. Because the market is easily influenced by geopolitical factors, it causes a lot of volatility in the market, creating plenty of trading opportunities we can capitalize on. Through the continued education of the IML Academy, you're going to learn all about the Forex market and how to trade in it. We look forward to seeing you in the next video.
That was one of the videos from IM Academy. That's pretty badass, man. They made it so legit. They just revamped their whole website. And I'll get to that in a second. But guys, trading has been around for a very long time. The only difference now is that we can do it digitally. That's the only difference. So I want to draw something out for you guys that will kind of simplify exactly how you make money in the markets, and maybe get you guys to understand what it is that I keep posting about. Right, so let's see. I'm going to share a whiteboard with you guys. I'm going to draw some things out for you. All right, so I have this written up already. Let's move this guy. I have this written out already. So I'm going to explain this as if, let's just say that we're talking about real estate, right? Because it's all about buying and selling at the right time. That's exactly how you make money in the markets. It's about buying and selling at the right time, at the right price, okay? So let's just talk about real estate, right? Let's say I'm ready to buy a home, all right? And let's say that in the year, you know, when the real estate market crashed, right? In the year 2009, I was ready to buy a home, and I was able to buy it right here in 2009. And at the time, that home that I purchased was worth $100,000, right? So as time goes by, as you guys know, the market changes, the value of the home changes, blah, 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 right? So it's probably not this drastic, but you get the point. So it goes up and down, right? The market goes up and down. And then at some point, I'm going to be ready to sell this home. I'm ready to move on. I want a bigger home, whatever the case is. So let's say that I'm able to sell it, or I want to sell it around this time, right? And it's the year, I don't know, let's say 2016. So 2009, I bought it at 100,000. In 2016, the house is now worth $250,000. Let's say I was able to sell it for $250,000. I bought here and I sold it up here. I just made $150,000 profit, right? Simple enough. Bought, sold, profit, all right? So let's take the opposite. Let's take the opposite. So let me get my little eraser. So let me erase this. It's not, I hate it when it does that. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that there. Delete this guy, let's delete that. Let's say that, just delete these. Okay, so on the opposite spectrum, all right, let's say that I sold right here. Let's just talk about a different property, right? We're not talking about the same one. We're talking about a completely different scenario. Let's say that I sold a property here for $200,000 to somebody who was willing to buy it for $200,000, right? So I sold right here. There's always a buyer and a seller. In the markets, this is true as well, right? In anything, there's always a buyer and a seller. So I sold here and somebody was willing to buy it for $200,000. Now, let's say that the market dropped all of a sudden, right? It goes through these waves, it goes through the cycle, and something happens and the value of the home drops. And the buyer, the original buyer, has to sell the property for whatever reason, and they have to sell it. Let's just make it simple, $150,000. Okay. Now, if I were to buy it back, I sold here. If I were to buy the same property back at $150,000, I technically just made $50,000 profit. Right? Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So that is exactly how you make money in the markets. That's exactly how you make money in the markets. Now let's just take the opposite so you guys get an idea of how you lose money in the markets, right? Because it's possible. Anything's a risk, nothing is guaranteed. Okay. Let's say that you bought instead. Let's say that you bought it for $200,000 and the market dropped and I ended up having to sell it back, or you ended up having to sell it back for $150,000. You just took a loss of $50,000. So you bought up here, the value went down, you sold it back for less price, you just lost $50,000. So it's a very, very simple breakdown of how you read or how you make money in the markets and how you're able to lose as well. Now, what if I were to tell you that this academy and the educators on there has taught me, and you can see it on my posts, you can see it on my Instagram now. Hopefully you guys will get a better idea and better understanding of what I'm posting exactly and how I'm able to make profits. But what if I were to able to tell you that this academy and these educators have taught me how to be so precise in the markets, so precise, that I get those perfect entries or almost perfect entries to where I enter the market and let's just take a buy example, and I buy down here, or maybe even here, or here. Almost immediately, maybe you go into a little bit of a negative profit, right? What we call drawdown. But almost immediately you go straight into profit, right? And then you have your targets, you get an idea of where price is going to go, and then you sell it back here. You close out your trade and you make money. That's what this academy has taught me. And this is why I feel so strongly about it. Because if you just look at it, look at my Instagram post and look at how perfect those entries are. I see almost little to no drawdown every single time. And there's so much more that goes into it on how you can protect your trades, right? So if it goes into profit, you can call what we put a stop loss, right? So if let's say that you bought down here and the price goes up and it hasn't hit where your target where you want it to go yet, you can put a stop loss, right? Let's say the price you bought here, the price is all of a sudden here, you're in profit, you can put a stop loss right here so that no matter what, if the price decides to come back down, you either get knocked out in a little bit of profit or at break even. It's all about smart risk management. It's all about, knowing how to doing the education, taking the time to learn the education, and you will do just fine. I mean, you got to put in the work. You have to put in the work because as you guys have seen my posts, I've had sleepless nights, man. I sacrifice time with my fiance. I still work my 8 to 5, my 9 to 5, and I still have to find personal time for myself a little bit here and there. I still have to find time to go to the gym to make sure I'm active, like all these different things I got to do, but I still make sure that I learn my shit, guys. I take the time to do this and it's paid off. It's paid off, man. It's worth it. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of how you make money in the markets. I feel like this is the best way that I could possibly explain it because it's from an average person, and this was me 5 months ago. You don't understand how you make money in the markets. You don't know how to look at a chart and be able to comprehend what's going on. So that's a simple breakdown. I want to show you guys a little preview. I'm gonna close this out. I want to show you guys a little preview of the IM Academy, the value that you're gonna get. I mean, they made this even more, they've just revamped everything and it looks even more professional. So check this out. All right. So this was actually one of the first videos that I showed you of the IM Academy, right? So you're gonna go through this academy. You're gonna want to go through this because it's gonna teach you the very basics. You're gonna have to learn this jargon. You're gonna have to know, buying versus selling, all these different things. You guys see that I put pips. What are lot sizes, all these different things you have to learn. This is a very necessary evil. It won't take you that long. It might seem like it is, but these are short videos, 2 to 5 minutes. Just knock it out, get it done, guys, because that way you can get into the good stuff. You guys can get into one of my favorite parts, which is to go live, man. This is what got me, man. This education is unreal. So check this out. These are all your live educators. These guys are live educators who have been trading for years, who are experienced traders. And some, if not most of these traders, are 6- and 7-figure traders already. So think about it, guys. For a fraction of the cost of what you pay for college tuition, I'm going to go into that in a second, but for a fraction of that cost, you get to go into the minds, you get to pick the brains of people who are already millionaires. Think about it, man. You guys got to think about these things. Stop thinking about the cost and start thinking about the value. Start thinking about the value that you're going to get out of this and what can you make? How much money can you make from this? That's the difference. That's the difference in mindset you got to have a switch on. So look at all these different times and all these different educators. There's no excuses, guys. You guys can make this work in your schedule, whatever your schedule it is. If you work night shifts, if you work day shifts, or or if you work part-time, even sometimes that's even better. There's no excuses, you guys, and all of these are recorded. They go live and it's recorded, and they're analyzing the markets every single day because the markets change every single day, right? And man, this is everything for me. I work my 9 to 5. I have my favorite educators that I can have. There's certain educators that I would guide you guys towards to learn how to trade the way that I trade. But again, they record everything, and so after work, or sometime before bed, I'm able to watch this and learn from these guys. This in itself already shows me the value. I mean, think about how much they put into these educators. These educators basically have a job. This guy, for example, Mike Miles, he goes on at 12 in the morning. He goes on at midnight every single day. Every single day. You guys gonna tell me this isn't huge? That this isn't worth it? I mean, look at the time and the work that they put into this to make sure that we can learn. So listen, you guys, I know that there's going to be people out there who just don't have the time. right? They just want to make a little bit of extra money on the side, and that's fine. You know, that's okay. Maybe not, this isn't for everybody. Trading isn't for everybody. I accept that. I know that it's hard stuff, but again, I'll reiterate, guys, if you want to learn this skill, it's going to pay you. If you can get through that learning curve, it's a learning curve. That's all it is. If you can get through that learning curve, you're going to learn a skill set that's going to pay you for the rest of your life. It doesn't get any better than that, man. And you can pass this on to your kids, and you start building generational wealth. You know, in another video, I'm going to show you guys a trading plan. I'm going to show you guys compounds. I'm going to show you guys how you can get to $100, $200, $300, $500,000, even just off of a $100 account. It's possible. I've seen it. I haven't seen it done personally, but I know that there are educators out there who have done it. All right. So anyway, there are people who just don't have the time. There are people who just want to make a little bit of money on the side, or there are people who just need to make the money right away, at least maybe make their initial investment back. So that way they can earn as they learn. Right? That's how we like to call it. You can earn as you learn. So there are tools. This is offered, actually, this is included in the subscription. No additional charge. All right. So this is a scanner. This is a harmonic scanner. And it analyzes the markets, and based on patterns, certain patterns that the market gives, and there's of course algorithms involved, they will tell you and they will give you ideas of where you can get into the market and take profits and close out your trade and take profits, right? I mean, look at this one. Look at this one, right? So they tell you right here, entry, you have two possible entries, and they tell you where your stop loss is. If it goes down, you have a very small loss, right? Small losses, big wins. That's the idea. So look, this one played out nicely, and this is 80% accurate, you guys. There are people who have made money and who strictly trade full time off of the harmonic scanner. They've mastered this scanner and they make money, and I'm not mad at it. Do your thing. If you're making money, do it. Go for it. So they tell you to enter the market either here or here. You have two possible entries. Obviously, this is the better entry, but if you want to make sure you get it in, there's ways to read this. So you just plug these numbers in your phone, all right, or on your computer. And as you can see, this one hit. This one made it. It came down right where it said it was going to come down, and then it went up. And here's your take profit 1. Here's your take profit 2. It hit both of them, and it almost got to take profit 3. You could have closed out here if you wanted to. I mean, I'll give you guys more examples. Well, there are some that lose, but again, this is 80% accurate. Here's another one. Entry, maybe just barely missed it. That's fine. You could have market executed. Entered here, go up, take profit 1, take profit 2 hit, almost got to take profit 3, coming back down. That looks like a win to me. Do another one. Here's another one. Entry. You sell, right? We talked about this. This is time. This is price. You sell. Give the market time. Take profit 1 already hit. Comes back up a little bit. Remember, the market moves up and down, and you got to let it breathe. Right? You're going to go through this. Comes back down, hits take profit 2, comes back down, hits take profit 3, and it could possibly even keep going further. I'll keep going, you guys. No problem. Here's another one. Enter here, stop loss here. You bought, let price do its thing. Take profit 1, already hit. Take profit 2, already hit. Take profit 3, already hit. And then it kept going, guys. This value is incredible. If you guys don't see the value already, I don't know what to tell you. And I haven't even gotten into the best parts, honestly. This is just a very simple breakdown. And then I'm gonna stop sharing my screen real quick because I feel like I've showed you guys everything I needed to show. Do this. On top of that, on top of what I Am Academy already offers you for the monthly subscription, you get to be part of my team. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm passionate about this. I don't know if you guys can tell. There's a fire inside me. I know that I'm gonna go far with this. This is something that I plan on doing for the rest of my life. I do plan on doing this full time at some point, and I want to build a very strong team. I do. I want to work with people who are hungry, who are go-getters, man, who are willing to put in the dedication, the time, who are going to be committed. I would prefer to work with people that way, to be honest with you. If there are people who just want to work on the harmonic scanner or who just want to take signals, man, even my team sends out signals. We have professional traders, experienced traders on our exclusive chats that will send out signals for you. They're just going to send out numbers. You don't even have to look at this, right? They're just going to send out numbers telling you entry, take profit 1, take profit 2, and they're going to give you your stop loss. And you just got to plug in those numbers into your phone. That's it. And they're the same thing, probably 80% accurate. You got different experienced traders in here sending out signals for free. This is just on the efforts of my team, period, because they want everybody to eat. You're going to hear me say that. Everybody eats. Everybody on the team eats. So guys, look at this value and think about it. With that being said, guys, right now is the time. You have 2 more days to think about it. Do what you got to do. Look at your finances. Make this work. Budget this in. $165 to sign up. Thereafter, it's $165 a month. Okay, I signed up for $225 and pay my $165 a month. You guys are getting a hell of a deal. It doesn't get any better than that. It's gonna go up to $225. And in my opinion, you guys are not charging enough. How much do they charge for a book in college? Probably $165. Man, you guys, I can go into so much detail, but I wanted to keep this short and sweet. If you guys have any questions, contact me, DM me, and we're gonna go from there. I'm truly passionate about this. Ask me questions. I will get back to you as soon as I can, and we'll take it from there, guys. So it was a pleasure. I hope you guys got some value out of this already. I hope you guys learned a lot in just a small amount of time that I did this video. Imagine how far you could go with just 3 to 6 months of education. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.